I want you to pause, stop everything that you are doing. Go ahead, set it down, put it down. And I want you to give all your undivided attention to the three images that are on the screen. I want you to look at them, analyze them, feel for them, think about them. After you've done so, I want you to go ahead and close your eyes. Now that your eyes are closed, I want you to think about a time when you were stressed out, burnt out, too tired, had too much going on that you didn't even know what to do. Think about it. What made that time so difficult? What made that time so hard? Maybe it's because you had way too much going on. Maybe it's because you were way overcommitted. Maybe you had too many tasks in front of you. Or maybe it's because you just simply didn't know where to begin. As we explore the book, Atomic Habits by James Clear, and the principle that I will be focusing on, I want you to remember these times. And I think that as we go throughout this, I know that we will be able to overcome those challenges that you faced. Today, the principle that I will be focusing on is James Clear's idea of the 2-minute rule. And let's be honest, sometimes starting is the hardest part. Maybe that's starting a homework assignment. Maybe that's starting going to the gym. Maybe that was even starting going to college from you. Maybe starting to learn a new language. There's so many things that are so hard to begin, and that really can be the hardest part. Even when it comes to sales, sometimes getting started is just all you need to overcome that fear, that anxiety of beginning something that is new. Sometimes you open your laptop, stare at the call list or CRM suddenly. Everything seems so urgent, so overwhelming, and there's so much that I need to get done. So if starting is the hardest part, what can you do? What can be done to make it just a little bit easier and to let your new journey begin of starting a new habit? This leads us to the principle that James Clear teaches us in his book, Atomic Habits, of the 2-minute rule. Now, as I go throughout this and explain this, I want you to think about your own lives, your own personal lives. What things do you want to begin? What things would you like to start? What things would you like to change? And how can you apply the 2-minute rule into your own life? James Clear says, if you want to stop procrastinating and reach goals faster, try the 2-minute rule. When you start a new habit, it should take less than 2 minutes to do. For example, folded laundry becomes fold a pair of socks. James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, says, 1 push-up is better than not exercising at all. 1 minute of reading is better than never picking up a book. It's far better to do less than you hope for than to do nothing at all. So think, ponder, what would you like to begin? What would you like to get started today? Maybe you want to start reading books. Maybe you want to start reading your scriptures. Maybe you want to become better at sales. Maybe you want to have more sales leads. Maybe you want to sell more of a product. Maybe you want to learn more of a new language. What is it that you want to do? And how can you apply the 2-minute rule to get started in your own life? So you now know that the solution is the 2-minute rule. But maybe you're thinking, what? How? Why? Where do I begin? How can I do this? Why should I do this? How will this make my life better? When am I going to have time? I'm just so busy. I have so much on my plate, so much I need to do. When, why, who, what, when, where, how? Well, friends, you're in luck, because here's how it works. Take any big, daunting sales task and scale it down to a version that takes 2 minutes or less. That's all you need. When you think about all the time in a day, when you think about all the time that you have, all you need is 2 minutes. With 2 minutes today, you could begin to change your life. You don't have to make 20 calls. You don't have to do 500 push-ups. You just have to open up the CRM. You just have to do that first push-up. That's all it takes is 2 minutes. And once you start, your brain shifts into a to-do more mode. It's like pushing a car. For those first 2 feet, is the hardest part, but once it's moving, it rolls. It goes over and over and over again. And that's the beauty of the 2-minute rule. Start simple, start small, grow and grow and grow until you reach heights that you never expected that you could do before. So what are you going to begin doing? How are you going to take 2 minutes at the end of this presentation to begin a task that you've always wanted to begin? Do it today for 2 minutes. Do it tomorrow again for 2 minutes, and repeat it over and over and over again until it becomes a habit that is ingrained in yourself. Maybe I want to drink a gallon of water. All I have to do is begin by drinking some water at all. Maybe I want to read more. All I have to do is open up the scriptures, read that first verse, And just like that, in no time, I'll be reading more and more and more each day. We all have something, so I want you to take a second, pull out a piece of paper, pull out the notes on your phone, and write that down. Write down that habit that you're going to begin today, and I know that as you begin that habit, not only will you change your habits, but you'll change your future, yourself, and the career opportunity that you're looking to go into, because you'll be more disciplined, more focused, and have more dedication to the goals that you set. Thank you. My name is Jordan Robinson. It's been a great semester. Take care.